Hey YouTube, this is an updated for the split patch that we created in the last video. There was a few things that we didn't finish off, and that would be like the effects and stuff. But I'm gonna do that on a little bit later. Meantime, here it has no assign, so we're gonna go to menu. We'll select tone edit. Go all the way to where it says pitch, common, and then we'll assign it to, like, say, piano, acoustic piano, you know, 1 or 2. We'll assign it to whatever, and then we'll write it in there. So now it has assigned as piano. It's actually a split, but anyway. Excuse the contrast. There's really no way. I'm using an iPad to record this, and there's really no way to adjust the contrast unless any of you guys know of any apps that can adjust the contrast so you can see what it is I'm doing, because it looks pretty terrible. I was reviewing the last video. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to keep on building, because this one is using two tones, and you're asking yourself, well, why go down this deep? I mean, you can go to studio tones and everything's already, you know, everything's already written, and you start layering in there. True. However, here's a little bit of history and basically how the structure of the board is. What happens is each tone, each sound is built up of 4 tones. It can have up to 4 tones in it, and each tone can be in stereo. So technically, when you hit one note, when you hit that one note, if this was built normally, like the way Roland does it, you know, and they don't really use all the tones either because they know their own structure. But let's just say all 4 partials are used for that one note. So when you hit that one note, you're actually hitting 4 notes. So if you play a chord, your 4 notes went to 16 notes. Now this thing is a 128 note polyphony, so it's pretty hefty on the polyphony. But you know, if you got like a sequence going and you got a lot of drums, bass, you know, just stuff like that, you know, you can have dropout, but that's why the polyphony is so great. I mean, 128 is pretty good. Even at 64 on the XP50, it has 64. I didn't really experience too much dropout, but it was due to this technique. Plus, one of the cool features of utilizing it this way, I will present to you in a different video. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'll present to you in a different video. So let's get down to programming. Okay, so now we have our piano with a brass on the right hand. The brass is not quite where I want it to be, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to utilize. The brass is okay, but it's kind of weak. You can't really hear it because the audio is bad, but I'll work on that. I don't have all the right equipment to record this properly. As you can see, due to the glare and the audio is not that great. I'll figure out a way of getting a better audio so you guys can actually hear better. Anyway, for the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before. We're going to hit Shift, Tone Edit, Tone Utility, Part Copy. I already know where it's at, so I'm going to go to it. It's 65. It's 65. I think, let me see where, actually, let me find out where it's at. Go to 65. Okay, let me go to Shift, Tone Edit. A good way to find out what's in the partials is you go to Wave, and then you click down, and it'll tell you. This is the first one is trumpet section. The second one is a trumpet section. The third one is piano. Fourth one is a power kick and a splash. You'll like that one. So we're gonna import number 4 partial, and we're gonna import number 1 partial. But we're gonna have to do one at a time. So we'll exit. We're gonna hit 9. We're gonna hit Shift, Tone Edit, Tone Utility, Part Copy, Select. Then we're gonna go to partial 1, and we're gonna put that guy into partial 3. And then we're gonna turn it on. Okay, we made a mistake. I made a mistake.